A $2 trillion stimulus package that's supposed to provide some relief to Americans and businesses is expected to be voted on by the House today. It was already passed by the Senate, and that package will include billions of dollars in help for businesses and a cash payment of up to $1,200 for most working Americans. Now, a lot of you have reached out to us with questions. To help answer those, we have Dr. Michael Packo, Chief Economist and State Economic Forecaster at UA Little Rock. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
So we have some questions from viewers and we reached out to you to get them answered. So the first question is, how is this money supposed to be used?
As far as how the money is to be used, there's really no limitations, no strings attached. The intention is to replace some of the consumer spending potential that is likely to be lost as people are losing their job. And so it's supposed to cover some of the difference. Now, there are additional measures to assist those who are directly affected, either through unemployment or some other reason that their work is not available. But this cash payment to individuals is just intended to make up the difference in the overall aggregate spending that might take place otherwise.
Now, we've gotten this question from a lot of viewers. Will the elderly and those on disability receive a check?
In reality, it's being paid out to anyone who paid taxes or filed a tax return as 2018 tax year, which you would have filed last April in 2019. Now, if you've already filed this year, they will use your declared income for 2019, but if you haven't yet filed this year, they'll use your 2018 income to determine your eligibility for it.
Okay, Dr. Michael Packo joining us this morning to answer some questions about that stimulus package. We'll have more questions for him in just a bit. We are back with Dr. Packo, Chief Economist at UA Little Rock, and he is answering some questions from you, our viewers, this morning about that $2 trillion stimulus package and how it will affect you. And we've had so many questions from viewers. So the first question is, what other federally funded services will be cut in order to make these payments to Americans and businesses?
There are really no provisions for cutting services or otherwise making up for these expenditures. It's going to be financed entirely by deficit spending by the federal government. It's just being funded simply out of current spending and current borrowing.
Another question from a viewer, will my taxes increase in the future to pay for this debt? And if so, by how much?
Well, again, there's no explicit provision here to pay for any of these programs through increased taxes either now or in the future.
If this package is passed, how soon can I expect to see that money? A very popular question from viewers.
Well, that's a very good question. The Treasury Secretary has pledged that within 3 weeks of the passage of the program, that he'd get the checks out. There are some who say that that's logistically quite a challenge, and it might be longer than that. But the promise from the federal government is to move with all deliberate speed and to get them out to the people as soon as possible.
All right, Dr. Packo joining us this morning. Thank you so much.